Come on, guys. The clear sky, beautiful day, magnificent scenery. But that's by the way. Food for thought. Are we truly chasing the mercurial, the incredibly talented footballer in Kavaratskhhelia? This is a player that I don't statistically he doesn't score a lot of goals. If you want to start picking out the negatives, I don't think he gets a lot of goals. I don't think he's a player that has the numbers to back up the attention, the level of notoriety he has in the game. But this is a silky smooth, incredibly gifted footballer who notoriously has the ability to find space, to keep the ball, to create something out of nothing, and is a player that could absolutely elevate the left wing. He's a player that, if we can get Bukayo Saka, that's been a magnificent servant of the club for the last few years, if we can get him close to his level, back to his best, back to his incredible best, and you have a player like Kavara on the left hand side, my God, in the Premier League, we're talking about pure dominance here. We're talking about a player that could just elevate the stature of Arsenal Football Club, a player that all this nonsense that is all around everywhere regarding, oh, Arteta doesn't coach this, doesn't coach that. No, Arteta is going to go down if he wins the Premier League, and I think he's going to win a lot of other trophies as one of the greatest manager in the history of Arsenal because of his talent, his attention to detail, and ability to get the best out of footballers. He's gotten the best out of 70-80% of players that Arsenal has bought in his time here. Think about all the centre backs, right? Gabriel Saliba, absolutely well developed. Benjamin White from Brighton is well developed, even in spite of his injuries. Timber, his stature in the football world has gone through the roof. We're talking about a top five right back in the world. You talk about Ricardo Calafiori, absolutely magnificent beginning of the season. He's gotten the best out of majority of these players. They can rise over Mendy, Thomas Partey. Think about even the attackers, right? Because our team, the way the team is built, is not just about your striker getting goals, right? But when you have a player like Kavara, that nobody you want to lead that player 1v1 against them, what that opens up for us is nobody can double up on Saka anymore. And we just have this advantage. A player who is just about to hit the peak of his power. I think Kavara is 25 years old, if I'm not mistaken. He's not played too much of football compared to like Saka has played like almost 400 games already at the age of 24. So this is a player that is just about to hit the absolute peak of his powers, and it's going to be worth investing in. It's going to be worth the money to put in him, the wages, but it's going to be an uphill battle getting this player out of Paris Saint-Germain, right? Because this is a player that I think Paris were kind of lucky getting this player out of Napoli. Everything just sat in their lap, and it's one of the reasons why PSG were able to win the Champions League. Because prior to getting Kavara, they've had a mixed bag of a season in the sense that we beat them. We beat them in the group stage last year, 2-0. It was a magnificent performance at the Emirates Stadium. We absolutely dominated them in every facet of play. We didn't have a lot of possession, but if you're a true avid supporter of this sport and you understand this game, the depth of this game, the depth of the sport, the nitty-gritty of how you need to look at this game at the elite level, you understand how you can control a football match without actually being in possession of the ball, right? Because your spatial awareness, your ability to close the line, close the gaps, and just manage the flow and ebb of the game is part of the practicality and understanding of the beautiful game. So this is something that I would absolutely be on board with. Getting a player that he gets you off your seat. He's a player that you would pay to watch. He's a mercurial player, and I think the style is the limit for this club. The fact that we have the money to spend, the fact that we have players that we can sell. I know this is a conversation that is kind of touchy for most Arsenal fans in the sense that we probably have to start selling better and getting rid of some key players, right? Players like Martin Odegaard, he's had two indifferent seasons. This is a player that I could beat my chest and say this is genuinely one of the best midfielders in the world for 2 or 3 years. The first time we challenged for the Premier League title, uh, he had 15 on penalty goals. He had like 11 assists. Was mercurial, controlling. finding the space. But football has constantly evolved, and our team has evolved with it. Martin, can you get yourself fit and give us the last 10, 15 games of the season to prove your worth to this team? I know you've proven yourself in the past, but this is the time where we're talking about the winning moments, the time where we need to win. And we're not having a player of Martin's caliber, like contributing enough in a season that we've failed to establish our level from an attacking standpoint. So, Kavara, you'll be absolutely welcome to Arsenal Football Club, and I pray that we're able to negotiate something with PSG to get a player of this magnitude. But I'll leave you here, guys. Talk to you later. Stay safe out there. Goodbye.